Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good night for those who are going to sleep. This is Jackie Musimeki Uguru, aka JMK, and welcome to Real Talk. It's been a while, right? Yeah, I know. Sometimes when we go through, like for me, who talks to people, like who goes through real talk and stuff like that, I think sometimes people think that we don't have issues. People like us don't have issues, but we have issues. We have issues and we go silent. That's the problem with me. When I'm going through stress or I'm going through whatever, I go silent. And I've been going through a few issues which I sorted out, and I'm back. And I thank God. I honestly thank God for life. For life, I thank God for strength. I thank God for wisdom. I thank God for love, because it's very hard to go through certain things if there's no love around you. I just want to talk about life, because I really want to talk about how you can get over stuff, like if you're going through a hard time. Because I really want to share, like, not specifically what I've been going through, but how you can handle and go through a situation and a valley. It's been tough. It's really been tough for me. A mixture of so many emotions, confusion, sometimes bitterness, sadness, frustration, and then also there's a mixture of love, and then confusion, and then decision making, and then seeing what next needs to be done. And through all that, of course, in the midst of everything, you have your work, and your employers don't really care about your emotions. So you have to put on a face, yeah, that everything is okay. But in the midst of all that, you're going through a lot. But one thing that we need to learn to do is to rely on the Lord for most of the things that happen in our lives, and just stick on Him. Just stick on Him and believe that things are going to be okay. That's what I really did. I decided that, you know what, Lord, nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Things will pass. Things will pass, and I'll be fine. Sometimes you wonder why you got yourself into a certain situation. Why maybe you needed to meet certain people, because you go through quite a lot. Sometimes meeting certain people makes you go through a lot. And yeah, it's tough. It can be tough. But what do we do when we realize that maybe we are not supposed to be around certain people, or we're supposed to let go of a certain person, or our lives are going to be better without certain people in our lives and better with others in our lives? I think we just have to let go. Okay? There's that word, let go and let God. So what I decided to do was to let go and let God. It wasn't easy, trust me. It was full of a lot of a mixture of anger, bitterness, sometimes quarrels, fights, a lot of stuff. But in the midst of all that, I always make sure that I went through counseling, and I prayed to God, and I made sure that God was understanding what I was going through, because He's the peace. He's basically my shalom. When I'm going through quite a bit of stuff, I always talk to God, and He gives me peace. He gives me a lot of peace. But there's that saying that once a door closes, a huge window opens. So the Lord sometimes looks at your life and he knows that, you know what, my daughter is going through quite some challenging. I'm really sorry about the background crying. Jessie hates bathing. So anyway, the Lord looks at you and says, oh, my daughter is going through quite a tough time, but he always has a plan, a good plan. He always has a good plan for us. And we don't see that plan because the Lord doesn't show us that plan openly, but somehow we get through it. The Lord cannot give you what you cannot handle. Okay? So for me personally, what I did, I just hung in there. I think the Lord naturally made me a strong woman. I'm a very strong woman. I hung in there. I let whichever people had to leave. And a huge window opened. The Lord somehow brings some people into your life that make life better, that make you feel better, that make you feel like there's a meaning to life. There's a meaning to life. I always tell people that sometimes it's not because I'm going through a hard time, or when I make this statement, don't think that it's because I'm suicidal or whatever. No. It's just that I always tell people that I don't fear death. Why don't I fear death? Because I know where I'm going. I know I'm going to heaven. But one thing that we need to realize is that sometimes in our lives we just have to cling on to God and just know that things are not permanent. And that's why I've been quiet. So I love you all, guys. It's been tough. It's been rough. But hey, I'm okay now. I'm perfect. I'm perfect now. I'm okay. I'm very good. But I'm very, very, very good. And Jesse turned 1 on today's Saturday. On Thursday, he turned 1. And we give thanks to God for that. There are things that may be going through your own challenges, but you tend to forget those good things that the Lord brought into your life. And the Lord brought Jesse into our lives. And he has been a joy. He's quite something. He's quite something, trust me. The older he grows, the more stubborn he becomes and big-headed. But hey, sometimes we ask ourselves, if you're in an environment of people like Jackie, what do you expect? It's a joke. Anyway, we thank God for our lives, and I want to wish you guys a lovely week, and bless you all. I love you. This is Real Talk. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.